Howdy all, this is Texas Gaming Industries here, and welcome to part 3 of episode 6 of my Let's Play of Transport Fever 2. In the previous episode, we began with our silver mining operations, as well as operating trains in this particular region of the map. And, basically, as our description for our next objective, we need to get some of the silver ore down to the port, as our trucks are currently taking care of the silver deliveries to this western tribe. The thing is, the silver is required here at the port, which will exchange machinery for said silver ore. And said silver ore, well, machines need to be delivered to this oil well. This could basically make us a pretty lucrative penny in deliveries. Though our train is taking a while to load up at the mine, we can basically start doing a little bit of track work around here. Since there will be both a food train and a local passenger train going into Aleppo, well, Anada, it's best to basically build a wide track here, so those trains can easily roll into town without needing like a special switchback or having an error saying this train cannot reach said destination. Plus, we need to also place down a couple more signals, so we can basically keep the trains running on schedule and not causing delays. Plus, these signals here need to be moved to here. I'll increase the brush size and the strength to smooth out the terrain. And I just realized Canada doesn't have a cargo platform, which is imperative for the food trains that we come into town with. Lay down those tracks for that, and our ore train is finally making its way to the docks with a full load of this. And since the mine train tracks are built on top, well, built over the main line, there won't be any possible delays with the trains carrying the silver ore or machines to their respective destinations. And basically will keep the passenger trains running on schedule and basically keep my profits up. Now that I think about it, I think I probably want to basically start to get the tracks level with the terrain. And let's see how much this silver train will bring us once it arrives at said port. And I just realized that the switch was too short. There we go. Switch it around. Then... Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, anyway. Our machines are finally being brought in, and our train is currently waiting to bring them to the oil field.
Now that the civil servants and Brits are occupied, you can devote yourself to more important things. There are vast amounts of crude oil in the desert. This stuff makes it possible to drive an automobile, a new-fangled recent invention from a fellow German. But the fact is, the new rulers of the Ottoman Empire are pretty shady figures. So get moving and secure access to the oil fields. Then organize transport for the oil. The more machines, the quicker the pace. And that goes for completing the Baghdad Railway and for extracting crude oil. And the quicker the better. Things are slowly getting creepy.
And with the train carrying machines to the oil field, that leaves only one source of transport that can deliver the loads of machinery to the construction site. Since I want to make sure there's no traffic jams at the harbor, all the machines bound for the construction site will travel by road. I know, it's not as efficient as rail, but you have to take the good with the bad. Let's see, 30 meter. Put it right next to the transfer hut. Put it at a 12 really 10. Because once we get this room set up, truck service D, build up full with 10-minute wait. It only just needs 50 machines to get that contract finished. And since these trucks can only carry 5 units at a time, this basically makes it extremely useful. Also, I might as well add a signal here. Raise the track work to make it level. Level it out. And then basically build right over the road. That way the tracks will be ready for the construction right into the mountains. And of course, we need to get some new signals placed in. And also to modify the ground to make it a little more level. And as we can see, there are machines waiting for both a train and trucks to deliver it to its particular destination. Though it does need a lot more iron. But since our freight train carrying machines has had 90 on board, we'll be able to get that, well, contract delivering 25 machines to an oil well finished. And at the same time, the silver ore train will deliver enough silver ore to basically fill this up. Hopefully. So it's gonna take a while for the trucks to get from here to the base camp. So I'm gonna cut this video here, and I'll see you all in just a moment. And we're back, as one of our trucks is delivering the last load of machines needed to complete this darn forsaken railway project. After so long.
The necessary machines have arrived. The Baghdad Railway can finally be completed.
Which, after I delete those trucks, get rid of the depot, as well as this, so I'll keep the road for aesthetics, and now we need to connect these two towns together. Now, based on the contours of the land, so to speak, the most likely choice is to basically go around to avoid spending so much on track construction. But considering we have basically 24 million left in our company's account, I decide that we should basically tunnel our paper. It's pricey, but however, it will allow the trains to travel much more quickly to their destinations, thus saving time and earning more money. Though it will have to cut by this road, but other than that, once we are through this particular tunnel, such as here, all we need to do is connect this particular side. We'll place down a bridge, well, place down a fill. Connection not possible. Okay. Not again. These stupid switches. Do that, this, and this. Good. We'll then build a bridge over. Bring it down a bit to connect to this. And the railway should be completed with this one click.
Time to quickly pump out a few more tankfuls of oil and then get out of here.
Which we'll do in just a moment. For now, let's basically get some transport in for the local communities, as well as basically earning a little bit more money. Because I want to make sure that everyone is satisfied with my operations here. And basically, we'll make quite a bit of a profit, as I've been already. As, during the cut, my company actually made over 3 million, well, nearly 3 million in revenue. That's because there was no investments. But now with investments, it's going to be a while before I'm able to recoup from this. Though, I wonder if the Sultan would be interested in having a personal carriage of his own. As it says, there's a personal carriage in the passenger wagon category. But before we do that, we need to basically set up a new service. An express service, running from all the way from one end of the map to the other. And this express train will basically make all the same stops as many of the other trains do, though a little more faster. In the locomotive, of course, we're using the A35 class, and basically 5 of these. Vehicle unavailable at this time. Huh. Well, we could always operate the local trains then for now. Let's see. Put this on track 1. Paint it gray. Local train C.
Delight the Sultan with an exclusive Pullman car, so that he continues to view your project favorably. Naturally, the car's interior requires a special decor, tailored precisely to His Majesty's needs.
Which we're gonna do, because that'll basically unlock that special coach.
The Sultan prefers to rest on a purple divan couch. They say chances are good to find one in Aleppo.
Which we'll do in just a moment. For now, we'll basically get this engine and 5 of these coaches. And we'll then put in an express train. Then we also gotta get another commuter train for local train C. Which somehow I messed up on its line color. There we go. We'll copy this from local train B and put it onto this. And before I also forget, we'll need a train of food from there all the way to here. We'll call this freight train D. Paint it blue. Have it wait for a full load for 10 minutes. And I just realized that our grain train wasn't unloading on platform 3. And then we'll get freight train E to pick up a load of food and take it here. Full load, 10 minutes. Let's see, how much will it cost to purchase? I have one of these locomotives on the consist. And about 10 of these. Nearly 10 million. I'll just take out a small loan and acquire said equipment. But the Sultan will need that special carriage, so we'll put a PLM class engine and assign it to a new service. From what I remember, it's that, and here. And with that, the Sultan's coach is on its way to be fitted with great upholstery. And we also got our new freight trains in operation. And it will soon be enough to basically start putting in a train to carry oil from here all the way down there. But first we gotta take care of the Sultan's coach. And basically make money to cover these debts. Which platform is that? Yeah. Local train C is making a stop on platform 1. So the Sultan's carriage is going to take a little bit of time to get there. But in the meantime, our express train will be arriving to pick up its first load of passengers. 2, mostly, but this could basically earn me a good amount of money. And Train 7 is on its way for its first load of passengers for Route C, passenger train Route C. Soon enough, the train will arrive at Aleppo, where we basically acquire a purple divan couch. Then I have a feeling that we need to get something else for the Sultan's special coach. All the while, I have a look at my rolling stock. Let's see. The machine train is making quite a bit of a profit because it's fully loaded with machines. That is, where is that train? Oh, it just made its delivery.
A delicate porcelain tea set is essential. The car is supposed to be furnished with this in Adana.
We'll make a stop to fit the coach with the couch, and head to Adana to pick up the next part of the couch. All the while, our express train has arrived, and will pick up 27 passengers. Seems like that express service is going to basically make quite pretty penny once everything is sorted out.
There's something missing without an exceptional carpet. The most magnificent carpets are knotted in Konya.
Now we're heading to Konya, with 14 passengers on our special coach class. Train C has arrived, only made 32k. That's perfect. That's okay. Too serious. There's no food on any of my new freight trains yet, but there is food being produced here, though it needs a lot more grain. Unfortunately, one of my grain trains will basically deliver said grain to its destination. It's going to take a little bit of time for the royal carriage to arrive to its destination, so I'll see you all in just a moment. So, as soon as I was about to start recording again, it seems like the coach has just arrived at its destination unexpectedly. Normally that coach is supposed to arrive in town first. But, whatever the case, we can sell that off to make some of that money back. But, even though we got its space filled in with all the needed necessities for said coach, the Sultan would rather prefer to ride in a sedan chair than by a coach. Well, by rail. But now, let's focus on the most important aspect, transporting crude oil. So, we'll need to take one train and deliver it here. This will be Freight Train F. Once the oil is delivered, we can basically call that railway that we constructed a success. We'll purchase another one of these classes of engines, and purchase several tank cars. $135 units, that's perfectly fine, but it needs 7 million to purchase. 20 million loan taken out. We'll put it on that train. And considering how slow this class is, it's gonna take a little bit of a while for that train to arrive at its destination and deliver it to the oil well. So, once again, I'm gonna take a cut, and I'll see you all in another moment. Once again. And we're back again. As you can see, our little freight train has just arrived at the oil fields. And now it just needs to fill up at least 40 units of oil before we can finish this mission. Hopefully the machines that were brought in was worth it. And, as I noticed, our express passenger train was making quite a decent profit. And it has over 120 passengers? What? Well, it's nearly made 2 million in credits, so I'm safe to say that this express train is basically earning its keep completely. Because let's see, running cost is 1.8 million a year, and this train made about 3.81. So basically, it has not only covered its maintenance costs, but how much was it? Let's see, 10.8. Still needs to go a little way to go, but soon enough, it will earn enough money to basically cover the purchase cost. 72 passengers. That's totally fine. This brings more passengers for my trolleys. Let's see how much oil is on this train. Okay. There's still machines being used for the oil. We'll just basically turn it around at 70 units. I know I'm kind of pressed for time, but I just might as well get this train on its way. So, once again, because of how slow this train is, we'll basically make a cut, and I'll see you all once this train arrives at its final destination. And I promise this is the last cut. And we're finally back, as our train finally pulls into the platform to drop off the oil, and that is done. So the engineering marvel has been completed, homesick hurts, so we're heading straight back to Germany. Although,
The engineering marvel has been completed. But you're so homesick it hurts. See to it that you hurry back to Germany.
And indeed we will. But let's have a quick look at the empire that I constructed. We earned about a million credits from the oil deliveries. Let's have a look at our little roster. Let's see, the money loser was our express trains. That's because I had to purchase a new express train, because there were so many people wanting to ride it. And the most profitable? Our machine train. All the towns have been connected, all the cargo is being delivered to said destinations. Well, exception of food to the western tribes. But other than that, though, I believe we have finally completed this mission.
It's the dawning of the 20th century.
So,
Mankind is constantly creating amazing...
The new century has all kinds of exciting discoveries in store that will revolutionize the entire transport sector. Experience the rapid development in this inventive era.
which, since we now completed the final mission of Era 1, we are now heading to Era 2. From the 1900s all the way towards the 1950s. So, let's head back to the main menu, as we're going to basically call it for this episode. So if you enjoyed this episode on my Let's Play of Transport Fever 2, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to Texas Gaming Industries for new uploads every Friday or Saturday, depending on my outside schedule. And I want to say thank you very much for watching this 3-part episode, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!